What's your story, Vancouver?
What's your story, Vancouver?
What's your story, Vancouver? What's your story, Vancouver?
What's up, Vancouver? We're at the 2017 Davie Street Pride Party, and we're here to interview Nate Fadear and get his story. Where are you from, Nate?
I am from Salmon Arm, British Columbia. I grew up there most of my life, lived there with my mom, and I left Salmon Arm when I was 17 to come to the big city.
How old were you when you knew you wanted to dance?
My dance career kind of started a little bit later on in life. I took my first jazz class when I was 14, which was kind of cool because I wasn't one of those kids that started doing jazz and tap when I was, 2 and 3. I kind of started it a little bit later on in life and had been doing martial arts and sports and all those other kind of things when I realized that dance was what I wanted to do. I went to a high school play in grade 8 or 9, whatever 14 is, and I saw what they were doing and I looked at my mom and I realized that that was a little bit more of what I wanted to do, a little bit more up my alley. The creative side, a little bit less of the regimented sports and martial arts side.
What do you love about dancing?
The expression, the outlet that it is for your emotional and creative side. Dance is consistently growing. You're never a perfect dancer. I think that that's just an artist. You're never a perfect artist. You can always grow and get better. You can always enhance your craft. And for me, I've never wanted to be something without end goals, if that makes sense. And so dance, there's endless amounts of goals because you're always getting better and growing. So there's not a finish line, which is amazing. You can always keep pushing and always keep growing. And with dance, you want to see that there's so much more to it. And I think that's what I love about it is that I can always find something else and always grow into something else as a dancer.
How did you get into choreography?
Oh, so funny. Well, I grew up in a dance studio in Salmon Arm called Just for Kicks Dance Studio, ran by Mama Patty, and she's a pretty amazing human, and she kind of instilled teaching and choreographing to us from a young age, which was super special. We could assist the teachers from a young age in the classes that were at the studio and kind of help learn how to run a class and help learn how to choreograph, and in exchange you would get your classes for either a reduced rate or for free, depending on how many classes you assisted. So right from the get-go, from this little small town dance studio, you learned how to be a teacher and a choreographer.
Where has dance taken you?
I started choreographing right outside of high school when I moved down to Vancouver when I was 17 for the Olympics, for the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. My first job moving down here was teaching. So right away I was choreographing for kids for competition and for studios, smaller young adult and teenage productions and musical theater work. So I started choreographing basically right away when I moved down here. It's taking me maybe 5 or 6 years to kind of solidify what my own personal choreography and what genres I like to work in. So it's taken a little while to get there for me now. But I've choreographed for 5 or 6 big international productions. I danced in Stockholm with Kit Drum Productions for the International Diabetic Convention for AstraZeneca, and I helped choreograph with that. That was a huge thing to take me around to the other side of the world. And I choreograph for a lot of local entertainers here in Vancouver, which is amazing because it keeps the artists together and keeps the creative juices flowing in amongst the Vancouver community, which is beautiful. I work at Harbour Dance Centre in Vancouver, so I'm choreographing 2 or 3 different numbers to teach a week. So you gotta continually keep that new and fresh vibe going, if that makes sense.
What can we expect from you next?
Next, and I think that kind of is what's super special about dance is you never really know. I think you always kind of are hustling. That's the world of the entertainment industry, you're always hustling. So right now I'm in Vancouver, which is amazing. The city is vibrant and it's got an incredible artistic scene of beautiful creators. So right now I think I'm just trying to keep those people connected with each other and get more projects going and staying here. I worked on cruise ships for years, so that's always a possibility to go back to. Entertaining around the world and getting to do what you love and seeing different places around the world is super beautiful. I think anybody would want that job, to be able to do what your passion is and see the world and get paid for it. So that's always an option. And keeping to choreograph and teaching a lot. I'm loving teaching right now. There's some beautiful humans in my dance classes that have been coming for months now. And I've seen them grow in my personal style, which is amazing because it makes me see like that my teaching and my work that I'm instilling in other people is paying off.
And where can we find you?
Yeah, follow me on social media. I'm a big Instagram guy. Nate Fadear at Instagram. And I post a lot on my Facebook. And I've signed to DaCosta Talent. So DaCosta is my agent and they have a site for me, which is really amazing. Having an agent represent you is a little bit of a backbone, which is nice in this industry. I've done a lot of it on my own for the last 10 years of dancing and moving down here, so it's kind of nice to have somebody be there for you, if that makes sense. So they're kind of the backbone, so they can help out a lot with that as well.
Who is your mentor and who do you admire?
I think any artist has to have a few good mentors to follow in the footsteps of. My mom she's super special. My mom's a yoga teacher. Mom's always been like a super supportive human. And I wanted to like get right into the world of dance when I was super young and I was so naive. And liking dance so much, and liking the art so much, you're willing to put everything on the line for it. And I'm super thankful and blessed that I had a family backbone that was there to love and care and just say, go get it. And if you don't have those kind of people in your life, whether it's family or adopted family, you can't make it in this industry. I had a beautiful mentor, Heather Laura Gray, in my early years. She's a urban contemporary and ballet and insane choreographer. She's brilliant, and she was there for me in my early years of dance. And Heather helped me grow definitely in my professionalism. She's a beautiful, beautiful mentor. If I didn't have my home dance studio growing up, and all those people that either helped me as a mentor in the studio, Patty running the studio, and my other dancers that I grew up dancing with, it's a family, and you need that, especially when you're trying to be creative. If you don't have people supporting you, you feel like you're doing it all on your own. And so I'm super thankful for all those people. My high school musical theater teacher, I just saw her at home at a garage sale a couple of weeks ago, and her excitement for all the things I've done in my career gives me a little bit of excitement back in the things that I've done, and that's super refreshing too. So having people that are silently supporting you consistently are super special. But no, Mama Bear, she's a beautiful human, and my mom has done it all. She's been there for me by herself my whole life, and she's a rock star. When you make a big decision to just be an artist, it's not a 9-to-5 job where you know what you're gonna get financially. You know that you're gonna get that in the mail or in a check or in your account. You know every 2 weeks you're gonna get that. With an artist, you're hustling, and you know that. And if you don't have those incredible people to help you out and mentors there to support you and be by your side, you wouldn't be able to keep going.
Do you have any advice for any up-and-coming dancers?
Professionalism is huge. I think going back to when I told Mom at 17 I was moving to the big city, I left my high school graduation to come down and audition for the opening ceremonies. And I was so eager and I was so excited, and there was a fire inside of me that is still there. There's a fire there still, but it's a different kind of fire. It's a humbled fire for sure. And I think at 17 I thought I had it in the bag and I knew I wanted it then, but it takes time. And I think not letting that fire burn out just because at 17 and 18 you don't know everything. You know, it takes time to learn it. My biggest advice for kids is that if it's something you really want and you know you can get it, keep fighting for it because it takes time. And don't lose your steam and don't lose your fire, because it's a tough industry. No matter what artist you are in this industry, in the entertainment biz, don't give up, you can't. And professionalism gets you a long way. You know, being on time, being there, keeping all the things that, you know, a healthy eating and waking up that extra 15 minutes early just to have a smoothie so you can get to that audition feeling rejuvenated, and all those things that keep you a normal human and keep you refreshed. If you don't do that, your fire will burn out. You got to look after yourself. Yeah. Well, I'm super stoked to be able to share a little bit of my passion in what I do, and I hope that it works for you, and I hope that you can learn a little bit about the dance industry through the things I've done. But through it all, I think what's beautiful is that we're here to connect artists in this city, and we're here to be able to keep a community of artists and keep a community of growing and ever getting better and ever changing artists. So I think that's wonderful. So thank you so much. What's your story, Vancouver? Our city and our stories.
Thanks for watching, Vancouver. Please like, share, and subscribe. Links will be in the description.